Mario Monti OMRI is an Italian economist who served as the Prime Minister of Italy from 2011 to 2013, leading a government of technocrats in the wake of the Italian debt crisis. Monti served as a European Commissioner from 1995 to 2004, with responsibility for the internal market, services, customs and taxation from 1995 to 1999 and for competition from 1999 to 2004. Monti has also been Rector and President of Bocconi University in Milan for many years. On November 12, 2011, in the midst of the European sovereign debt crisis, Monti was invited by President Giorgio Napolitano to form a new technocratic government following the resignation of Silvio Berlusconi. Monti was sworn in as Prime Minister on November 16, 2011, just a week after having been appointed as Senator for life by President Napolitano, and initially became Minister of Economy and Finances as well, giving that portfolio up the following July. From May 16, 2013 to October 17, 2013 Monti was the President of Civic Choice, a centrist political party. Early life: Monti was born in Varese on March 19, 1943. His mother was from Piacenza. Although his father grew up in Varese, he was born in Lujan in the Buenos Aires province, Argentina, where his ancestors had emigrated to from Italy in the 19th century and built up a soft drink and beer production business. Monti's father went back to Argentina during World War II, but later returned to his family home in Varese. Monti studied at the private Leo XIII High School and attended Bocconi University of Milan, where he obtained a degree in economics in 1965. Later, he won a scholarship to Yale University where he studied under James Tobin, a recipient of the Nobel Prize in Economics. Academic career: Monti began his academic career at the University of Trento, before moving to teach economics at the University of Turin from 1970 to 1985, and finally to Bocconi University, where he was appointed rector in 1989, and president in 1994. He also served as president of the SUERF from 1982 to 1985. His research helped to create the Klein-Monti model, aimed at describing the behavior of banks operating under monopoly circumstances. European Commissioner Santa Commission In 1994, Monti was appointed to the Santa Commission, along with Emma Bonino, by Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi. In his office as a European Commissioner from 1994 to 1999, he was responsible for internal market, financial services and financial integration, customs, and taxation. His work with the Commission earned him the nickname Super Mario from his colleagues and from the press. Prodi Commission In 1999, Prime Minister Massimo D'Alema confirmed Monti's appointment at the new Prodi Commission and he was given one of the most powerful positions at the Commission, with responsibility for competition. As Competition Commissioner, Monti led the investigation into a number of high-profile and controversial mergers, including Scania AB and Volvo, WorldCom and Sprint, General Electric and Honeywell, Schneider Electric and Legrand and Carnival Corporation and P&O Ferries. His term in office also saw the European Court of Justice, for the first time, overrule the Commission's decision to block a merger in 3 separate cases, although 2 were decided by his predecessor. Monti was also responsible for levying the EU's largest ever fine at the time against Microsoft for abusing its dominant market position in 2004. Monti was criticized in the media and by competition lawyers for the perceived inflexibility of the merger oversight process and the high number of cases that were being blocked. On November 1, 2002, Monti, responding to the European Court of Justice's ruling which reversed his decision to block the merger between Air Tours and First Choice Holidays, said, "Last week was a tough week for the Commission's merger control policy and of course for me. This ruling in combination with his decision to block the General Electric and Honeywell merger led to criticism in the United States against both the Commission's procedures and accusations that Monti's decisions were politically motivated." Monti, however, was defended by supporters who saw his actions as an important step in the development of competition law in the EU. Dan Rubenfeld, economics professor at the University of California who worked on the U.S. Justice Department's antitrust case against Microsoft, said of Monti, There has been a lot of talk of politics in this and other cases, but I believe he has been driven entirely by the desire to do the right thing." On December 11, 2002, Monti proposed a series of reforms to the EU's merger rules and made structural changes within the Commission's competition department which aimed to improve transparency for companies throughout the merger review process. The reforms were adopted by the EU as Regulation 139/2004. In 2004, Prime Minister Silvio Berlusconi returned to power in Italy and chose not to reappoint Monti to the Commission when his second term ended. Barroso Commission In 2010, Monti was asked by Commission President Manuel Barroso to draft a report on the future of the single market proposing further measures towards the completion of the EU's single market. The published report, adopted by the EU on April 13, 2011, proposed 12 reforms to the single market and was intended to give new momentum to the European economy. Prime Minister of Italy. Appointment. On November 9, 2011, Monti was appointed a lifetime senator by Italian President Giorgio Napolitano. He was seen as a favorite to replace Silvio Berlusconi to lead a new unity government in Italy in order to implement reforms and austerity measures. On November 12, 2011, following Berlusconi's resignation, Napolitano invited Monti to form a new government. Monti accepted the offer, and held talks with the leaders of the main Italian political parties, declaring that he wanted to form a government that would remain in office until the next scheduled general elections in 2013. On November 16, 2011, Monti was sworn in as Prime Minister of Italy, after unveiling a technocratic cabinet composed entirely of unelected professionals. He also chose to hold the post of Minister of Economy and Finances. On 17 and 18 November 2011, the Italian Senate and Italian Chamber of Deputies both passed motions of confidence supporting Monti's government, with only Lega Nord voting against. Austerity measures. On December 4, 2011, Monti's government introduced emergency austerity measures intended to stem the worsening economic conditions in Italy and restore market confidence, especially after rising Italian government bond yields began to threaten Italy's financial stability. The austerity package called for increased taxes, pension reform and measures to fight tax evasion. Monti also announced that he would be giving up his own salary as part of the reforms. On December 16, 2011, the lower house of the Italian parliament adopted the measures by a vote of 495 to 88. 6 days later the upper house gave final approval to the package by a vote of 257 to 41. Labour market reforms. On January 20, 2012, Monti's government formally adopted a package of reforms targeting Italy's labour market. The reforms are intended to open certain professions to more competition by reforming their licensing systems and abolishing minimum tariffs for their services. Article 18 of Italy's Labour Code, which requires companies that employ 15 or more workers to rehire any employee found to have been fired without just cause, would also be reformed. The reforms to Article 18 are intended to make it easier for companies to dismiss or lay off employees, which would hopefully encourage companies to hire more employees on permanent rather than short-term renewable contracts. The proposals have been met by strong opposition from labor unions and public protests. In early January 2012, consultations between the government and labor unions commenced, and on February 13 it was reported in the Italian media that a compromise on the proposals was very close and the government was hopeful that reforms could be approved by the Italian parliament in March. 2013 election. On December 21, 2012, Monti announced his resignation as Prime Minister, having made a public promise to step down after the passing of the 2012 budget. He initially stated that he would only remain in office until an early election could be held. However, on December 28, he announced that he would seek to remain Prime Minister by contesting the election, as the leader of a centrist coalition, the Civic Choice. The election was held on February 24, 2013, and Monti's centrist coalition was only able to come fourth, with 10.5% of the vote. Monti remained Prime Minister until a coalition was formed on April 28 led by Enrico Letta. Political career. Senator for life. On November 9, 2011, Monti was appointed a lifetime senator by Italian President Giorgio Napolitano, in accordance with the second paragraph of Article 59 of the Constitution, which merits national honor distinguished in science and social. He was a member of the Commission for Industry, Commerce and Tourism from November 30, 2011 to March 14, 2013 in the 16th legislature. Monti was member of the Independents Mixed Parliamentary Group until March 19, 2013, when he joined the Civic Choice Parliamentary Group, becoming the first lifetime senator aligned to a party group. On May 7, 2013, he became a member of the Commission for Foreign Affairs and Emigration. President of Civic Choice. On January 4, 2013, Monti launched Civic Choice as an electoral list of the civil society, to realize the implementation of his agenda in a future government. SC was announced as part of the With Monti for Italy centrist coalition, alongside Union of the Centre and Future and Freedom. In the 2013 general election the party obtained 8.3% of the vote, 37 deputies and 15 senators. On March 12, 2013, Civic Choice was turned into a political party as Monti took office as acting SC president in the Provisional Committee of the party and appointed Senator Andrea Olivero as provisional political coordinator. On May 16, 2013, Mario Monti was unanimously elected president of the Civic Choice. On October 17, 2013 he resigned. Think tanks. Monti actively participates in several major think tanks. He is a member of the Presidium of Friends of Europe. He was the founding chairman of Bruegel, another European think tank, which was formed in 2005. He was the European chairman of the Trilateral Commission until being sworn in as Prime Minister in 2011. Monti is a leading member of the exclusive Bilderberg Group. He has also been an international advisor to Goldman Sachs and the Coca-Cola Company. He has also been a member of the Senior European Advisory Council of Moody's and he is one of the members of the Business and Economics Advisors Group of the Atlantic Council. In 2007, Mario Monti was one of the first supporters of the first European Civic Forum, a Permeltatsgar Copyright Na Copyright Rodeli Europe, initiated by European think tank Europa Nova and European Movement. He was also a member of the French government's Italy Commission from 2007 to 2008, appointed by Nicolas Sarkozy to provide recommendations to enhance economic growth in France. Monti is a founding member of the Spinelli Group, an organization launched in September 2010 to facilitate integration within the European Union. Since January 2014, Monti has been chairman of the High-Level Group on Own Resources, a consultative committee of the European Union that will propose new forms of revenue for the European Union's budget. Personal life. Since 1970 Monti has been married to Elsa Antonioli, an Italian Red Cross volunteer, by whom he has two children, Federica and Giovanni. Known for his reserved character, Monti acknowledges not being especially sociable. He said that his youth was given over to hard study. Spare time activities included cycling and keeping up with world affairs by tuning into foreign shortwave radio stations. Awards and decorations. See also, List of Prime Ministers of Italy, Monti Cabinet, Monti's Agenda for Italy. References. External links, profile of Mario Monti at The Telegraph, articles about Monti at The Guardian,